Hello, this is going to be my last stream. Pre-patch comes out tomorrow, which means this is the last day to really experience Wrath of the Lich King Classic as opposed to Kata Classic. So I'm going to do a victory lap through all my stuff. Gotta see how many cool things I got. Like, first off, okay, Shadowmourne, right? Legendary weapon. You got not one, not two, but ooh, three! Wow. As you can see, 6 warriors. All, 5 of them are pretty juiced. Human warrior, not so much. I got a Death Knight. Okay, so the reason for the Death Knight is, as a wee boy, I played Wrath of the Lich King, the original, which I would have been like 8 to 9 years old, I believe. And I didn't really get a grasp on the game. I couldn't really level. I think my highest level character was level 20. So it was like crazy. It's like you get to the fun stuff immediately. So my main was Death Knight, and by main I mean just character I'd fly around and try and do achievements on. I actually have proof here. There's a picture from way back when. You can see it's Lykia, a Blood Elf Death Knight. You can see I'm tracking achievements here, just trying to like getting the exploration achievements and the quest achievements. And like if we go to the properties here, modified August 23rd, 2009, so squarely within the Wrath time frame. That's how you know it's legit. Also, I mean this monitor, come on. So yeah, that's why we got a Death Knight here, but first I think let's take a look at playtime. I have a screenshot of my playtime back in Classic when that first started. So I played WoW Classic like the day it came out. I'm a day one Mankrik head. In fact, actually, I got something for that too. This is a site that shows everyone's globally unique identifier in a log, which is attached to your character the instant you make them. And as you can see, just everyone, these are all Mankrik people, because you know it's the same raid, just drastically lower than everyone else, like hilariously lower. It's insane. So yeah, I've been a day one Mankrik head all my life. But I played Classic for like 8 months, and then I got burned out because things in guild weren't going well, along with trying to grind for rank 10 in PvP, which I hated. I quit, but before I took like a screenshot of my playtime and all my stats and stuff, so this was my bank. Kind of juiced out, not gonna lie. All bottomless bags, like that's a flex. I think literally no one else had all bottomless bags, because I mean it's a big waste of money. But you know we gotta do it big. But total time played 74 days. I only had the one character, who is now a troll. The playtime, total time played 160 days. That's already more than double the amount. "86 straight days. Over 2,000 hours just on this one character." And details shows the amount per class, and I mean, as you saw, all those warriors. 124 days and 12 hours of Warrior played during Wrath. Oh man, yeah, during this level, 65 days during this level, 63 days. Jeez, so okay, I played a ton during that, because this is my only character, and this was only like 10 months, I want to say. So that number is actually crazy, because Wrath has been going for almost 2 years. And I only barely have more playtime. That just means I played more on alts. Money, 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 money. Trying to sell everything. Everything must go. Because I'm not gonna play Kata. But yeah, a ton of playtime, obviously. Let's take a look at the bank. Just like the other screenshot, you know, obviously you gotta flex highest slot bag in the game. 10 portable holes right here, that's 30,000 gold worth of storage. Before that they were all glacial bags, of course. So, these, the toolbox and this portable hole are the only ones that really have like Wrath stuff in them. These are just my jewel crafting daily gems. I can just sell all those, and then my engineering crap. I got my OG jumper cables. I think they were in the original screenshot as well. Yeah, you can see the XL cables here. These are the same ones. The normal ones I mailed off to someone because they didn't bind when you use them. So you can just like mail them around. Steam Taunt control. I don't even know where I got this from. Haven't really used it. It's kind of like a toy, but not really. So, in my actual bag, this would be like my consumes bag. You got Sapper's box of bombs, Serenite bombs, glyphs, haze pots, speed pots. They look a lot more full when I was actually raiding, of course. Didn't really keep anything in here. It's kind of bloated now. I'm trying to like sell stuff. This is all my unenchanted tank crap that I'm never going to use. But it's there. There's proof. These are my Fury off piece. I can sell that neck. I'm not going to need it. These are my off pieces. Yeah, let's check out the gear. I'm in my item level flex gear right now to get that 6900 gear score. Of course. But this is what I look like actually during raid. Still pretty cracked. Check out the armor pen. Exactly 1400 across the board. Beautiful. This is the bane of my existence in normal DBW. I got it on week 1, which is, it's really good to have a DBW on week 1. Such a huge increase in armor pen and just the potency of the trinket, but never heroic. We're just gonna be an albatross over my Wrath legacy. The other things I needed are, I don't have the 25-man Lich King crossbow. I have the 10-man one, which is second bis. I don't have the Ruby Sanctum bracers. I have the ICC ones, which again second bis, and then I have the male Hallion boots. I have the plate ones, which again second bis. So like all 4 of those are second bis, but those are the 4 things I'm missing. Obviously tomorrow, you know, these bracers, this boot, the gloves are gonna be obsolete. It's just gonna be pointless. So, you know, gotta get the Kirin ring, of course. Gotta get Jeeves. A Haunted Memento. Farmed and raised on this character during the last pre-patch. Gotta get the locket. Gotta get both the cool tabards here. This Argent Crusade one, I really like it. It's, I think it looks really good.
Farewell.
It's just nice, like embroidery, you know, nice borders. And you can use the teleport instantly. And obviously Tabard of the Lightbringer. This one's ugly. Like just a bunch of blue. No thank you. And then this one, yeah, you can't use it immediately. You guys look at the other tabards. I try to get every single tabard I can. I think I have every tabard that was in the original game except for the TBC pre-patch one, because I didn't do that pre-patch. But we got the Aldor and Scryer tabard. And the funny thing is you can't actually equip the one that like hates you, because you need to be exalted to wear it. So I got the Wrath pre-patch tabard, Ugra, the ones that cost honor, a ton of Argent Tournament ones. So this is the Sun Reaver one. Thunder City, Thunder Bluff, Silver Moon, Orgrimmar, Senjin, of course. And then there's, I think, one more? You got the achievement ones. You got the Lore Master Tabard. Gross. Tabard of the Explorer, also gross. And the Tabard of the Achiever, this one looks really good. This one and the Argent Crusade, I think, are definitely the best looking tabards. Tabard of Summer Skies. I guess I don't have the other Midsummer Tabard, because there's like a red one in comparison to this blue one. Another Honor Tabard. And then the Rep Tabards for TBC. Of course. Sporagar. The Guild Tabard, I don't even know what it looks like. Oh my god, what the hell are these colors? And then the Illidari Tabards, and you actually have to like item restore to get both, because normally you can only have one of each. There's my tabards. You know, flex with the Exalted Kaluak fishing pole. I do have another fishing pole from the dailies. I don't have the Stranglethorn tourney one. I never did that. Fishing was definitely something I could have gone harder on. You know, got the fishing line as well. Got the Yogg Tentacle. This is huge. Yeah, that's basically what I got in my bag. So this bag is my original stuff from Classic when I quit. This bottom row is not. These are like just back in Classic, but this was in TBC right before pre-patch. And they're not great pieces. Like, none of these are great, but you know, it's what I got. It's proof. You got both Oni bags, you know, the OG one. Spectral Essence for Skullomance. You can do like additional RP, and this is like the actual gear. So Lionheart Helm, obviously, of course. Like you see the old screenshot, I'm wearing all of it. I'm wearing literally all of this. I still have it all. Yeah, Lionheart Helm was absolutely massive during Classic. This was made by Bubbly Bear. This is the first guy to make it. First guy to get the pattern Horde side on the server. That was a very important day for Mankrik. Black Dragon Scale set, huge. Deathbringer, this is just an absolutely amazing weapon. The weapon speed is unmatched, just crazy. Oni Neck, also can't get that anymore. Hand of Justice, the OG. Got it back when it dropped off of what's his face instead of the last guy. Diamond Flask, of course, you gotta keep that. Savage Gladiator Chain, I had a whole, I think I still have it actually. I just had this whole spreadsheet for tracking the drops. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. Obviously this is a really hard item to get, and anyone that has the item knows how important it is in Classic, but I made a chart for how many, you know, attempts it took, and apparently it's 274 tries. So I got Gorosh 12%, which is just the smallest. It's supposed to be like an even 1 in 6 chance across, but you know, Gorosh, not really, and then the Gladiator Chain only dropped it once. It's crazy. The grind's back in Classic. Yeah, it's just, you know, very hyped to get that. Onslaught Girdle, huge belt. And then just MC crap mostly. This is mostly MC bis. I really don't have like any Blackwing Layer stuff actually. Frostbite was pretty good. Don Julio was huge. Quick Strike Ring, that's bis. That one's bis. And this one also has a bunch of old gear. Got Whirlwind Axe, the OG. Once again. I used this way longer than I should have. You can potentially get this at level 30, but like I didn't have friends. So I got at like level 38, which is like almost kind of not worth it because Ravager, which is right here, is, you know, requires level 37, and it's like way easier to get. It's also really good. Yeah, I used this until like level 52 or 58 or something. It was way too long. Like I was doing like negative damage. Crazy. Then Ravager, I went back and farmed this for Molten Core because it just wreaked havoc on the Core Hounds before Lucifron and Magmadar. Yeah, Ravager and Engineering, those are the only ways to hit like an uncapped number of targets. So this is a pretty useful tool to have. Then Axe of the Deep Woods and Flurry Axe. These were like Prebis. Flurry Axe was like Prebis in error, like it wasn't actually Prebis. You know, the Sims overvalued it. This is like a waste of money. And if I could go back, I would have gotten Bone Slicing Hatchet instead. Absolutely. It was like a month, probably. A month into the server's lifespan. So like the amount of gold that existed at all is just way smaller. We didn't have bots yet, which is crazy to think about. You know, playing this game without bots is truly a special time. That like phase 1 nostalgia, those MC days, that was really its own thing. But I remember how much these cost for me to buy on the auction house. It was just ridiculous. This was 270 gold. And this was 400 gold. So together 670 gold for weapons was just unthinkable at the time. Just, it's like my entire gold supply from leveling went to that. Gold was so tight, you had to be smart with auctioning, you had to skip certain skills that you would upgrade because they're just like not worth using. It's a huge waste of gold. And I didn't get my first mount until like, well, my epic mount, I mean like way after. Like I got these before the epic mount. That Devilsaur, once again the OG ones. Me and this rogue in my first guild, we like manually farmed every single item we needed for Devilsaur. And we bought the patterns on the auction house and we power leveled like the only leather worker in our guild to have these made just like as quick as we could. And you know, Devilsaur really, really good armor set. But yeah, I was a skinner because I was skinning while leveling for extra silver. And the two of us were just kind of running around Un'Goro, finding the Devilsaurs and killing them. And I couldn't solo a Devilsaur because I just had like no mitigation. I was a Fury Warrior. My damage was bad too. But, you know, him as rogue, he could evade tank and get them. Yeah, I don't remember how much you need, but we got like every last Devilsaur skin that we need. Devilsaur hide. For those. The Arena Grandmaster trinket. You know, there's achievement for this, and that's why I got it. You know, obviously you gotta keep the trinket as well. This is BIS for Twinks, because there's no minimum level equip. And I got my ass kicked trying to get this. Just a lot of PvPers there. I was doing this back in phase 3, so like the gear wasn't crazy yet. Yeah, if there were like 2 guys there, I'd basically just get screwed. It's like, alright, well, try again in 3 hours. Because there's a lot of max level people there that are like guarding their twinks. You know, making sure the field is clear so the twink can pick up the trinket. And one time, this is actually a really memorable moment for me. Because they were all in, the PvP guild here is Warlords of Warsong. Anytime you saw one of those guys out there, it's like, oh, you know, they're going to be getting it for one of their twinks. But there was a guy, there was a mage there that wasn't in Warlords of Warsong, and he came up to me, he's like, hey, you want to team up against these guys? And then we can, or no, it was a rogue. But he said, you want to team up against these Warlords guys, and then we can, once we kill them, we can, like, decide the trinket for ourselves. And I was like, well, I mean, I always get beat up by these guys anyway. I'm gonna lose regardless, so sure, this at least gives me a chance. And, you know, I was excited. It's like, I'm actually finally gonna stick it to these Warsong guys. as just this dinky Fury Warrior in Old War gear. So we go in, and like we're not in a group. So he like vanishes and I never see him again. So I run up to the chest, and like the Warlords guys are coming in. And so I'm just hoping for my rogue friend to help me. And he exits stealth, but he backstabs me, and he's just completely like stun lock combos me lethal damage. It's like the most embarrassing death I've had. But it's so funny because he was just teaming up with them the whole time. The level of betrayal I felt that day was just crazy. At the latest PvP trinket, I think it's the latest one. This is the plate armor for the Wrath pre-patch. It's cool because this is like the only other way to get the like the T2 Pally shoulders transmog in a different color scheme. I did have all the armor set for every armor type, but it was just a huge waste of storage to have all of that, so I deleted them except for the plate ones. The AV trinket, I don't think you can get this anymore. The Don Carlos quest hat, you know, this is just for transmog, goes hard. Really cool hat. Outland helmet that shoots you into the sky. Battle chasers, these were pre-BIS in phase 1, and these were so hard to get. The other BIS option were these male hit boots from Scholomance, and I hated Scholomance. I literally never did Scholomance, not even entered that dungeon in Classic. I only went back to it when I was like level 80 and like farming stuff, getting the achievements. So like getting these boots was like really important to me, and they were just a random like trash drop from BRD, and there were just like none on the auction house at all. And every day, I remember every day I would log in, I would check for addresses on the auction house at all, because like these are basically didn't exist. I didn't see a single person with these, and then one day they appeared. I was so happy. I instantly bought them, and then I checked to see who sold them, and I mailed them an extra 20 gold saying thank you so much. Which in hindsight's like a really lame thing to do, because they probably just reselling it from someone else. But like I was just so happy to get these because they were BIS. The Oni scale cloak, mandatory for Blackwing Lair. Needed it for Nefarian. This is made by a guy named Divin, and this Divin guy is quite a character. If any of you are in Ascension or Reformation or the company, I'm sure you've got stories about Divin. And, you know, I just like that this cloak is proof that he existed in game. Got the chef hat, of course. Got the fishing hat, of course. Old crafty. I got this kind of by random, just doing the fishing daily. The Crocolisk one where you get the pets in Orgrimmar. You know, just fishing there. And then I just yoinked Old Crafty. He's like, okay, damn. Just nice to happen upon that. Again, here's the bone fishing pole. I don't have the like the all gold fishing pole from the dailies, but Nevonesis Land and Pilla. I didn't know this existed until I was questing in Syrian Gorge on an alt, and it does this event when you steal enough pillows where this rare mob spawns and it gives you this trinket. I was like, yo, that's cool. So I just went back there as, you know, on my main and did it again. Get the trinket. Rune Blade, Baron Rivendare, really cool looking sword. I think one of the best looking swords in Classic. With a, you know, original Crusader enchant. Now I didn't get this in Classic, I got this while farming for the mount. And a drop before the mount, which is cool. So I think DBM clears their stats, which sucks. Like when I updated it, just the stats got cleared. But I think it was 116 kills to get Baron's mount. And Stratholme Undead was my favorite dungeon in Classic. Like I would just do that dungeon for no reason, just because I like to do it. And obviously, you know, there's a chance of the mount when he did it back then, but the drop chance was so much lower, and I never saw it. And then after they buffed it, when I went back and did it, it was 116 tries. And BRE, another extremely good weapon from Classic. This was BIS for cleave fights throughout the entire game. Just the armor penetration buff, just extremely valuable because there's like nothing like it for so long. But yeah, I had my my good friend Krasis, like my first friend I made while playing Classic. He helped me so much while leveling and even at max level. And yeah, he's the one that put Crusader on these, he's the one that put Crusader on these, he's the one that put Crusader here, here, and here. The one that put stats to chest, and 9 strength here, and 15 strength there. You know, he was my resident enchanter. A lot of good memories there. And then this is some more crap. These used to be thrown weapons. They're just worthless now. They changed it from Flightblade Throwing X to broken Flightblade Throwing X. It's because thrown weapons now, you know, you don't need multiples of them. You just need, like, the thrown weapon equipped, and you don't have to, like, buy the item. But these were back when you couldn't. So I just got these from Lower Blackrock Spire, and I kept them ever since. This, again, is from pre-patch event. Same with this, and this, and this. Just all the goodies from there. The Peasant Collar, of course, is a very unique and sometimes useful trinket. Got the Oni neck that you needed to zone in. This was like one of the longest attunements in the game. In fact, maybe it is the longest attunement. That and Karazhan are both really long. But yeah, you literally like needed this in your bag, or maybe equipped, to zone into the instance. That attune, it was very memorable if you ever did that back in vanilla. Nifty Stopwatch, another really valuable trinket from back then. I don't think I have Carrot on a Stick anymore, but I used to always have that on me. Here's one of the bottomless bags made by Albedo. He was my dealer. He was the only guy I knew that had the pattern for it on Mankrik. And, you know, I kept one of them. I used to have, like, however many it was, like 10 or whatever in the screenshot. You can see. But, yeah, one of those. This is the Black Temple neck. Pretty similar to the Oni one. There's a teleporter to get you from Booty Bay to Nomergon, so you can do that instance as Horde. Skull of Impending Doom. Also really important item from Classic. Increases your run speed by 60% for 10 seconds. Was pretty important for some stuff. I think this might have been used during speedrunning. Bloodsail Admiral's hat. Doing the Bloodsail rep. And then I got the Buccaneers uniform. I never opened it. You know, but you got the whole garb in there. But I just keep it in the sack because, you know, for bag space. Oh, that goes hard. That's sick. Yeah, it's cool. Puts a parrot on your shoulder. Mr. Pinchy. It was kind of a pain to fish him up, but luckily I got the pet on my first use, so it's like whatever, I'll just hold on to him. I don't know the drop chance on the pet, but sometimes you just like use it and then use all 3 charges and it has a 2-day cooldown, so it takes like a week basically. And then you just have to fish up another one if you don't get the pet, I'm pretty sure, which sounds terrible, so I'm really glad I got that. It's the Christmas rifle, the Leper Gnome wands. I was like really unlucky with the Leper Gnome wands in Wrath. I got 0, like just completely 0. First Hallows End, and then the second one when I was like camping the NPC for the achievement to get all the masks, which I didn't get. That achievement sucks. But Quell Delar, you know, pretty cool quest, pretty cool sword. I really like this quest line. I never did it in original Wrath or retail, so I thought it was pretty cool to do. This is embarrassing. I actually used this for a week in ICC. Using an item level 251 weapon while doing ICC 25 heroic is like insane. It was paired with Shadowmourne. So fucked up. 284 in the main hand, then a 251 in the offhand. Because the only other thing I had was Volgerthar, which is 252, but just Quel'Dalar simmed slightly better with my current gear. So that's why I did it. This is from the Troll, whatever. I got the Darkspirit Shroud. Gonna be pretty unique transmog. Okay, and then this is, I think, entirely world buff stuff. I mean, world event stuff. So we got the trinkets that summon stuff from Brewfest. Got the commemorative Stein. Got the remote. So that's like all the Brewfest goodies. The egg basket. One of the wands. Spring flowers, spring robes, and elegant dress. Those are all from Noble Garden. Got the Forever Lovely Rose. It's like hold in your mouth. Maybe you don't. I don't see it at all. Oh, it just goes in your hair. I thought you put this in your mouth. You got both bouquets of roses here. The Fumigator Mask, which is also really interesting. The lovely black dress, really hard to get. I got this on like the last day. And then we got the Hallowed Helm, we got the Horseman Helm. This is from the first Wrath one because it's item level 200. Fire Festival Crown. And I got the Fire Festival Armor set. I used to have the Brewfest one, I just sold it. Got Coins of Ancestry. Got a pack of fireworks I haven't opened. A Loon's Candle. Loon's Candle was fun. I think I have the exact same one in here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Used to be a bug where if you threw this at an NPC but you didn't have a line of sight, there was no cooldown. Because it's a 3-second cooldown, but you could just spam it. So you pretty much have just like a straight line of fire just flying through the wall at an NPC. And the juggling torches. And that's just about it for what's in my bank. This note here is from a friend. She said it to me when she quit. For you, my friend, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for your dad jokes and amazing art skills, from Liz. There's a very nice heartfelt letter. You don't really get those in WoW.
Be careful.
So that's what's in the bank. That's what I got on the bank and my bags. Let's look at collection. I guess we can look at currency, I guess. It's just the currencies I converted like everything I could. I have the Marks of Honor here. I have the Storm Arathi Alterac from way back when. I really don't have any Gulch ones. They're just not here. Yeah, these normally don't show up. That's pretty neat. I converted and like liquidated all my badges, emblems. I gotta turn these tokens into Dragon's Eyes and sell them as well. Skills. I pride myself on getting everything to max here, so obviously my main profession's max, and then my secondary skills max fishing. Don't see that often, and then all the weapon skills are maxed, just all of them. I tried to get them like as close to max as I could in Classic when the limit was 300. I used to do that back in Blasted Lands on the Servants by the Dark Portal here, but I never finished the ranged ones. But in Wrath I did do all of them. You see bows, crossbows, guns, thrown. It's all there. What else was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh yeah, recipes. I don't know if it's better to look at this through TSM or the original UI, but I try to get like every recipe if I can spell. I got 2 of the 3 Molten Core patterns, which is pretty rare. Biznix and the... what is it? Force Reactive Disc? Yeah, those 2. I don't have the gun, the Core Marksman Rifle, but that's like the least important one. I've actually gotten a few tips from people in Wrath wanting Biznix made, which is interesting. One of these smoke flares, I don't remember which, was like expensive. I think it was purple, maybe. Yeah, I don't even remember which of these you have to like actually learn. Like, or which ones are just like taught to you. I tried to buy like basically everything I could. Yeah, the shadow and flame reflector and the frost reflector. I had one of these for a while. I used it a lot in PvP because frost mage is a hard counter to warrior, and this was good because you could bounce a frostbolt at them, and if it crit, they basically died. It felt so good. It was so satisfying. But yeah, these are hard to come across. Those are pretty expensive. Oh yeah, I've got like pets, Mithril Mechanical Dragonling. Technically isn't a pet, but got that pattern. Yeah, these are the Ice Crown pattern, I think. Reeves, of course, of course. Goblin Cables XL. Sniper Scope. This is a rare item. And I happened to cross it when I was leveling an alt. It just kind of dropped when I was in Hinterland, so I melded it to my main and learned it. But I think I got another one and I sold it for a few hundred gold. That's nice to get. Snowmaster. Kind of hard to... kind of expensive. Yeah, I really don't remember like which of these are actually like rare. Okay, I do know I have got arcane bombs way back when. Races, once again, my man. He just got the pattern and gave it to me. Like, it was expensive back then in Classic too. And he hooked me up. He just gave it for free. He was a homie for sure. Got all the Lunar Festival crap. The Cano Hog, of course, of course. Okay, yeah, here's all the pets. And then jewel crafting. Sorry, there's a plane just blasting past. Jewel crafting, I got pretty much everything. I know there's TBC patterns I'm missing. Some of the Black Temple ones, and also a few Scryer patterns that I forgot to buy before I turned heel and went Aldor. So let's say probably like 5 jewel crafting patterns I'm missing, but like everything else, I have everything else. I got every single useless cut from Wrath, just every single one. This just goes for so long. We don't have to see this. Yeah, literally day 1 of Wrath, I was doing the daily. Because we were just like trying to get to 80 as fast as possible, and before, you know, I pick up the jewel crafting daily, and I don't have the chalcedony that you need. But I was fishing by a pool. Like, well, I gotta level everything, you know, jewel crafting, fishing, engineering, whatever. So if I saw a fishing pool, it's like, might as well just fish from it. And I got one of those like boxes, and I got like a god pole. The box had a chalcedony, so I was able to complete the jewel crafting quest day 1. And up until I got everything, I did the jewel crafting daily every day except for like maybe 5 times. So for like over a year, just without fail, I would do that daily. And I also bought just like way too many damaged necklaces as well. So if we go to all time here, we type in damaged. You can see 121 items bought. Make sure they're all damaged necklace. Yeah. This is crazy. 60,000 gold worth of damaged necklaces. And these are all... I was swimming in gold from making Ring of Scarlet Shadows. That was like one of the first patterns I bought. And I really messed that up. I like ruined my cash cow there. Because I just sold the items like too fast and I was tanking the price. And I used like any profit I got on that to buy necklace. Like I bought 3 of these a day. You see, 3 for 571, 3 570, 3 569, 3 568, 2 566, 3 564. Gee, 5 564. Geez. Yeah, just an insane amount of these. It's absolutely crazy. And it stopped like 465 days ago, and then I bought like 3 since then. Then cooking, I also try to get like every pattern I could. Every recipe, I suppose. All the Wrath ones, of course. I think all the TBC ones. And I, you know, I went on a whim and farmed the Chimerok chops. I did, like I never played during AQ days, so I never actually did the Scarab Lord chain. So I had to go back and do enough of that to get to this step. Because the recipe for it was like a couple thousand gold. It's like, I'm not buying that. Oh, here's face. Yeah, I try to get as many of these as possible. There was an Alliance only recipe, and I do have an Alliance character, and I got was Kaldorei Spider Kebab, and you need someone on a different account to buy things off the neutral auction house. So I had a friend buy that, but I forgot about it. So I think he just vendored it, so I lost that recipe. But yeah, if we go to recipe, usable items, and just search, you see, so we got gnomish stuff, which, whatever, I'm not gnomish. Thanks for fishing, already known. So I don't know why it shows up. More gnomish stuff, and then Arcanite Dragonling, way too much gold. It's like, forget that. Not buying that, who cares? Photos, Arcanite Rifle, same thing. 52,000, what the hell? Yeah, just like waste of gold. Like, this doesn't help me at all to get this. And that's all that's on the auction house. You know, that's across everything. That's engineering, jewel crafting, fishing, cooking, first aid. So pretty much finished. Yeah, looking at my TSM gold arc, this is really cool. Obviously a massive spike and crash here, and we'll get to that, but I want to talk about right here, and these are like so small now, just because how long it's been going. Like, I'm really glad TSM's tracked everything, because you can see this is before October 2022. This is actually before Wrath came out. So I had 9,000 gold, and this is from, oh, hi Ken, I didn't even notice you were here. Yeah, I'm just doing kind of a victory lap, looking through all my crap. But back in, TBC, I came back with like 900 gold, which is like nothing. And I got to about this level 70, so I wanted to do Lore Master, so I did every single quest. And, you know, they give you extra gold if you're max level. So doing all the quests I didn't do, which this is also with Joy's Journey, so I leveled, you know, 50% faster, so I skipped a lot of quests. That was a good way to make gold. So then I did the dailies every day and auctioned whatever good things I got. So I was up to like 16k. Okay, it looks like it says 13k. And then when Wrath came out, you know, obviously a huge push to hit max level, and you gotta do all your heroics every day. Get as many emblems of heroism and valor as you can. And I so you know what, fuck it. I just power leveled Inscription on my DK, which I should have done from the get-go, because that was a huge cash cow, like the second Wrath came out. Because if you researched like a important glyph on your first day, you could just sell it for whatever price you want, and people would have to buy it at that, because glyphs were such a huge game changer. The first glyph I researched was actually a really important one. It was Seal of Vengeance, which was still like pretty valuable at the time. A glyph selling for 40 gold was pretty crazy, because you know, you just sell like 200 of those, that's like big boy bucks. But I was literally doing a dungeon with my friends. We were power leveling in the Nexus, and we were taking a quick break. It's like, hey, check the auction house for these Warlock glyphs I need. And one of the ones he needed was 350 gold, which I thought was just like so much for a glyph at the time. He's like, yeah, buy 2 of those. I was like, god damn. People, these are flying off the shelf at 350 gold a piece. But yeah, I power leveled Inscription so I could just start like pumping out Dark Moon cards. As you see, it took like 10k gold. But it paid off big time. I got lucky with my first deck. I made it without having much of a struggle. But obviously I kept that one for myself. Bis is Bis, of course. And then I just kept pumping them out, and I made enough for a second deck. And then like the last day of the first fair of Wrath, I sold it for 18k. It was like the most gold I've seen ever in my life. And that just like spiked me up. See, like exactly 18k basically right there. Like it's still in the ledger, I'm sure. And I sold a lot more Nobles decks since then. Yeah, I see 17k for this one. These ones, a lot less valuable. Second, like, or third time around, I don't remember. I just saw like the excess cards, and then they kind of didn't become valuable, so I stopped. But I didn't do GDKPs for like a really long time. These were basically just me diligently auctioning stuff that I found. Like I got a couple world epics that sell for maybe 1,000 gold. Doing my dailies every day, just accumulating gold that way, and kind of playing the auction house with gems and glyphs. If we go to operations here, my gems, actually no, groups, sorry, my gem group. These are like every single gem that I would sell. And some of these you can really see, like I sold 92 of these, 71, 53. The epic ones I didn't do it as much. Pulled 282, let's go to Runed. 577 Runed. Runed was always a safe bet. But the one that, for some reason, was extremely valuable, the one I definitely got the most out of, was Lambent. Well, 390 of these, because the uncut Green Gem, like, sold barely above vendor price. Just full 4 gold and 50 cents, as you can see there. But for some reason, the cut sold for, like, 20 to 40 gold. Like, nearly quadrupling the gold you put in with these, and they sold pretty decently. As you see, I sold almost 400 of those. So, like, return on investment, these were absolutely the highest percentage-wise. And I did that a lot. Just, like, a bunch. If we go back to Ledger and, expenses. About 926 of them for 70,000 gold, Jesus. And then the glyphs as well. I had painstaking work of milling every single pigment with the like the herbs that you need of that level, and making the ink myself, which probably lost me a lot of gold, but I probably still gained profit from selling the glyphs. It just took so long. You had to see which glyphs were valuable, and then you had to see which of those valuable ones would actually sell. Then you had to see which inks you needed, and then you had to make them. And since they're so cheap to make, you just make like 40 of each of them. That takes so long, and you have to post them. They take up a bunch of room as well. So yeah, this just steady climb here is just purely from like auctions and quests. And then this dip was when I got all the vendor, like all the vendor mounts. like the Sons of Hodir rep mounts that were like 7,000 gold. I got the Traveler's Tundra Mammoth for 16k, Mechano Hog. That's because right here is when I had enough mounts to get the 100 mount achievement. So this is like at February 2023. Go to General here. It will definitely go through achievements. Mountain of Mounts. January 31st. Yeah, so right at the tail end of January. And then I don't know if it's here when I started GDKPing or if it was also during here. I started selling like as many ruined orbs as I could get to like make my gold back. It was a pretty steady climb. But then, you know, I was already GDKPing here because I know this first dip is when I bought my first Voldrathar. That was just a huge power increase for me. I think I was literally using like black ice or something. From 213 to 252 was wild. And then I ended up having to use that Voldrathar all the way into ICC, which is awful, but yeah, you can see I pretty much was like soaking. I had the benefit of both my GDKP characters already had a good amount of gold. I mean, a good amount of gear. So I didn't have to buy much, so I pretty much made a profit on every single run. And then I started getting host cuts in the lethal run. And so that was basically just like an extra run worth of gold each week. So it was just skyrocketing. And at this point I was saving up for Shadowmourne. I tried to get to 1,000,000 gold for Shadowmourne, which thankfully I didn't need that much, but you can see this is my all-time peak was 662,000. And then I just kind of plateaued here, a lot of spikes, because for some reason I just started buying a bunch of TOC stuff. Even though it was like worthless when ICC came out. So I didn't really make any gold here. I went down like 50k when ICC started. Then first week of ICC, I'm buying shards at 17,500 a piece, which is 875,000 gold in shards. It's crazy. And then I spent 25,000 on the Serenite, because you need 25 of those. So that's 900,000 for Shadowmourne. And DBW week 1 goes for exactly 100,000. So 2 items instantly hit me for 1,000,000 gold. And you see I just hemorrhaged the gold. I just instantly flatlined down to 4,000. I actually went negative gold because the last week of buying shards, I actually owed Attach 10k gold because I just didn't have enough. And then it was very steady, just trying to make sure I had gold so I could buy things. And then that stabilized and I finally was able to kind of make gold back, and there's like big dips here. We can go to like 3 months now. So I think this crash right here is when I bought DBW and some other gear on MUXQT. But since then I've just been kind of holding on to it. I'm definitely planning on selling all my, liquidating my assets as it were. Let's take a look at these achievements. You know, very, very accomplished, as you can see. Look at the overview. Pretty much every category except for dungeons and raids and PvP is maxed out. They're like effectively maxed out because the 2 exploration ones that I don't have are so obnoxious. This is kill every rare mob in Outland. And same here, this is kill every rare mob in Northrend. It's like, fuck that. Not doing that. And then world events too. The ones I'm missing are like hard to get. Get all of these on one character, which literally takes 3 years. And like I've only done this world event once. I haven't even done it 2 years in a row, so I'm obviously not gonna get 3 times. And then this Hallows End achievement is bullshit. It's so RNG based. Like I said, I camped the Innkeeper. You know, I set an alarm on my phone, so once an hour I'd log in, trick or treat, log off. I'm still missing like 8 masks. Achievement is AIDS. I knew a guy in Antiquity who was a big achievement chaser, and they like really fucked up the first boss in AQ. Something with like the mind control would just totally like mess up your character. Like I remember doing rep runs of that, and after that boss you'd have to like activate your spec again, because it would just like unspec you. Like you wouldn't have a specialization picked. It was super weird. And I didn't know that at first, because so the first few rep runs is like, why is my damn do? So the guy would trick or treat, and it gives you an hour-long debuff where you can't trick or treat again. Or you'd pull scare him, and that would reset it, so you could trick or treat sooner than that. So that was kind of like an interesting exploit that was relatively harmless, but even then he still couldn't get all the masks. So toxic. So yeah, definitely not getting all the world event ones. Professions I definitely could have gone harder in. So I don't have the title for it, which sucks. But see, I don't have the rare fish, which I could have farmed for, but it's so boring. And then I don't have win one of the tournaments. And I did try the Caliwag Fishing Derby a number of times. But I definitely didn't go hard on it, and I haven't done the Booty Bay one ever. And then Old Iron Jaw. If I ever got these two, and by proxy this one as well, then I would have tried to get Old Iron Jaw. So there was a potential future where I did have all the profession achievements. PvP, I just never really did PvP. When I had to do a bunch of PvP in Classic for the gear before I got burned out. And that gave me a ton of honorable kills. I was really close to 25k. So I just did a couple other battlegrounds or whatever. And so 25k is not bad at all. 70 points off of that. Yeah, most of these I just didn't really do. I did do this during Wrath pre-patch. It was fun because everyone was level 70, but the leaders were level 80. So it was just miss, parry, dodge, miss, parry, dodge. Made it really feel like a boss fight. I like barely did arena for a second. Yeah, most of these aren't really anything interesting. In general, PvP crap. Then dungeons and raids. Like I do have a lot of these, so obviously I have all of these. I have all of these. And I have all of these. And I have all of these. Okay, I don't have these two actually. I forgot. These aren't too bad to get, but people just weren't really doing dungeon achievements when these came out. Yeah, it was pretty fun doing the achievements for like the Red Proto Drake. Like one of the hardest was like Less Robbie, where you have to interrupt that guy before he transforms because he just gets faster and faster. I got these just by default by doing the dungeon so many times, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But the other hard one was whatever the Calling of Stratholme one was, where you had to kill like 100 undead in like 15 seconds. That one was a little tricky. I tried to get as many of these as possible. No Spore Loser, didn't do the Oni one, and I never tried this one. This one really seems like it'd be hard to do. But, you know, we got the Dedicated Few, that's a really annoying one. We got the Undying, shout out. And same here, Dedicated Few, and Immortal. I have all of these except the VOA one. That's pretty sick. Old War has like so many achievements. Like I have all the ones that matter. I have all the ones that give you titles. I have the ones that give you the mount. But like the other ones I just like didn't really try for. Apparently, what is it? Maybe I don't have it on 10 man. But apparently this one goes away with pre-patch if he's on your tiers. There's do a feat of strength, I think. So yeah, again, same with the titles. Got Conqueror, got Astral Walker. Yeah, all these other ones, like these Kolagarn ones are aids. Kill Kolagarn without destroying his arms. Kill Kolagarn without anyone being hit by eye beams. Kill Kolagarn after spawning 25 rubble. Like, what the fuck? Why does Kolagarn need so many achievements? And he's got more that I've already done. Because you've got like Disarmed and maybe even another one. Like each boss had like 4 or 5 achievements. It was just so annoying. POC, I never did these. There's no achievement. Like there's no point for it. Oh, I did do this is the 10 man one. It gives you the Argent Defender title. This is the last one where you have to use like crappy gear to do. I got this on some characters. I think I got this on some characters, just not on this guy. Yeah, tribute to insanity. I guess that's not the one I'm thinking of. What do we want is tribute to immortality, yeah. Got that very recently. This was like one of our last main raids. We just did this after ICC, and I'm really glad we did. I'm rocking the pony right now. And ICC, like we did do the, whoops. I did do these on 10-man. I didn't do this one. Usually don't need. I'm glad they like figured out, I was like, wait, we don't need like 1,000 achievements for each boss. They're pretty tame, but we've yet to do the 25-man ones, and I guess Kinetic isn't raiding in Wrath anymore, so I'm gonna have to find a group for that. But I do plan on doing that, get the other mount there. Yeah, reputation's pretty straightforward, just get all the rep, pretty much. General achievements, I always wanted all the general achievements in retail, so I think it's cool to have all of them here. These books are pretty annoying to get. Well-read is also kind of annoying. Yeah, a lot of achievements here. All the quest ones, of course. Whatever, who cares? Pretty much all the world events. This is like where the bulk of the achievement points come from. Obviously, you got the Proto Drake, and I try to get everything possible, except for those 2 achievements. Feats of Strength. You know, obviously this is where you go for all the good stuff. You got Shadowmourne, of course. An emblem, of course. TOC, what? Where the fuck did okay. Mim's Head, of course. Invincible, Horseman. Cutting Edge and Ahead of the Curve, Ulduar, of course. White Hawk Strider. Red Karaji Crystal. Hand of Adal. I didn't get Champion of the Naru, because that went away in pre-patch. I never did that in time. Pre-patch Tabard, pre-patch Pet. ZA Bear. Zalazane. Get the Valentine's Day Rocket, the VOA mount, get the Tiger. I did try really hard to get the Raptor. I did, like for the last 6 lockouts, I killed that boss on all 6 of my characters. So it's like 36 attempts in a few weeks and I didn't get it, unfortunately. Got Insane, of course, rocking the title. Bloodsail Admiral, just comes with getting Insane. 9,000 achievement points. Got it. August 2023. It's so long ago. Like 8 months ago. This guy is swimming in achievement points. Baron Mount, Ravenlord. Complete the dailies. Complete the dailies. Ravasaur. Get exalted with both of them for no reason. Brewfest. Brewfest. Do OG and these are the ones I had like starting out. Onyxia, Aqua Quintessence, and Centurion. I had another one. Like with the second they added achievements, I had a 4th one. I don't remember what. Yeah, I really wanted to do this stream for a long time. Just as like proof, as like I've been here. I did this. Titles as well. I'm like confident I have more titles in Classic than Retail. This drop down is crazy. Centurion. PvP grind was pretty hard. I'm pretty proud that I got the Centurion, even though it's technically not the rank you want to stop at. Shattered Sun, you still have to pay for that. Hand of Adal. Seeker. And then Elder, Flamekeeper, Exalted. Exalted's pretty tough to get. Lord Diplomat, Chef, Twilight Vanquisher, easy to get. The Hallowed. Lore Master, that's a flex. Champion of the Frozen Waste, the first title a lot of people get. Ambassador, the Argent Champion, Guardian of Cenarius, more world event ones. When you get a DBW proc, you get a message saying, you know, you've lost the matron title and you gain the patron title because all the transformations are male. Immortal and Undying. You have of course, Jenkins, Bloodsteel Admiral, the Insane. These are Argent tournament ones. Noble, Crusader, Conqueror and Champion World War, Algalon, Herald, Pilgrim, Argent Defender, Patient, Light of Dawn, Bane, Kingslayer, and Ashen Verdict. Just absolutely decked out. So I got every heirloom. I just bought them. I used like none of these, but you know, it's for collection's sake. Except for the fishing one, because you know I didn't win the tournament. RIP. Toy box. I try to get as many as possible. I don't have. I know there's some toys that aren't on here, like the TBC Collector's Edition has like that Dark Portal Hearthstone, and you know I don't have it, so it doesn't show up here. These are the two I'm missing, and not for a lack of trying. I mean, this is just like exceedingly rare, and I saw four. I saw four of these, and two of them were in GDKPs, and I bid as much as I possibly could. One time I literally bid as much gold as I had across all my characters. It wasn't enough, so I mean I can't say I didn't try with that one. In Heartbreaker, I did this boss every single day on every single character, and I never won the toy. It was sad. It's easily the rarest item from that boss. Saw way more mounts than Heartbreaker, and I just lost the roll each time. But again, it's like, what can you do? I did as much as I could. And you could see the collections tab. I was like, oh, okay, I can see what things I need to get. And I saved a lot of money, because like, buying the dice, and the compass, and especially the Orb of Deception. Like, all of these like went up like 5 to 10 times in price when this hit actual classic. So buying them beforehand, that was like a huge thing. Power Converter, you can only get this from an Alliance quest in Blade's Edge Mountains. I had a level an Alliance character. I did level an Alliance character once, just for fun, because I thought it was funny. And then I was like, okay, fuck this. And then I server transferred it. I mean, faction transferred, and that's where Ken Shamstan came from. But then when I saw that this was Alliance only, I was like, god damn it, I had to level a second Alliance character. And initially I got them to level 65, which is the minimum level to do the quest for this. This toy is stupid. This is all it does. You shoot like a thing. That was it. That's the whole toy. And everything else. All these banners, again, from the insane Argent tournament grind. I gotta say, doing, like getting the insane. Oh yeah, let's look at my reps too. All the Wrath ones, of course. I got both these guys to Exalted. Burning Crusade, everything of course, same, both of these to Exalted. And then Classic. I got everything to Exalted, except Bloodsail Buccaneers. The grind to get from Honored to Exalted is just absolutely like worthless. I was like, okay, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna have it be max rank at Honored, and it's gonna look just as good. And I didn't do the PvP ones. I did these a lot in Classic, and you see I'm like just barely in Honored with both of them, so I was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. I did get Undercity to Exalted in Classic, because I really wanted a horse. I said earlier that I got the Axe of the Deep Woods and Flurry Axe before I got my epic mount. And when I did have enough money for my epic mount, I instead spent all that on Runecloth turn-ins to get Exalted with Undercity. Because I really wanted a horse. Because I was an orc back then. It's like, I don't want a wolf, I want a horse. I just like horses. Like, I've always preferred a horse as like my ground mount. You can see Crimson Death Charger's favorited. My current macro uses the Crusader's Black Warhorse. And these used to be Exalted. These were all Exalted, because you need that for Insane, but I did that before the Pirate rep, so they all hate me, because I killed them like 1,000 times. Yeah, all the weird ones like Ravenholt, Chandrilar, Thorium Brotherhood, Darkmoon Fair, crazy. Reputation's still one of the hardest grinds in the game, but the Argent tournament stuff is like way more time consuming. You had to do, there's like 4 different levels of dailies. Like after you get enough, then you get unlock more dailies and stuff. And that took like 100 days. Like 100 days of doing like 10 daily quests. Which is 10, like, what, 10,000 quests? It's just wild. And every single one of those days, I also did Trial of the Crusader on Gamma. Because when you do it on Heroic or higher, you know, you get the Crusader seals from the bosses. And that was a fucker dungeon. Like, people did not like fighting Palatros. And luckily, you know, I was geared on my character, so I could generally carry my group. But this is before Group Finder as well, so I just had to find people in trade chat or general chat. But I'd say it's definitely worth it. You get so many things from it. You get so many mounts. You get like 7, 8 mounts or something. You got the Argent Warhorse. You got the Sunreaver, Hawkstrider, and Dragonhawk. And then you got all the Capital City mounts. Oh yeah, and then you have the like alternate mounts. So it's 13? I think there's 13 mounts to get. That's a lot of mounts. The I used to have a mount with all of the war horses. Like I said before, I like the purple one, and then when they added like a collections tab where you don't have to have the item in your bag, I just bought all the horses. But every single horse, I really like the white horse. It looks really good. I like the kind of nasty green as the accent color. Yeah, that. Plus, you know, you got the Death Charger. Got all of these. So that was cool. And then pets as well. I bought all the Alliance ones. Thankfully, you can just buy those off the auction house. I got a pretty good deal for them at the time. I bought the Horde ones too. Like here's one of the Alliance ones. People really liked the Teldrassil Sproutling because it would like fall asleep if you were idle. And Squire, I actually can't summon this. You see, it says I'm mounted, but even if I'm not mounted, it just doesn't summon it. Whereas the Growling I can summon. That's because you have to do the Alliance version of the dailies to get this. And luckily you don't have to do like 100 days like I did on Horde, but yeah, that Alliance character I had to get this toy, I went from 65 to 80 just to do these dailies, and I had to do them for 10 days. I got the bridle as well, which turns this guy into a bank or a mailbox, and you get like a cute little flag for him. And then when he mounts up on his cute little horsey. Eventually. Here we go. So cute. Yeah, got all the banners as well. Silvermoon, Sen'jin, Thunderbluff, Argent Crusader, you know, they're all here. Got all the pets. We'll just go through the pets. That's a snake, that's one of the ones. Arfis, the Gruntling, and Squire. Probably just bought that one. Some of these you just bought from vendors and whatever. Some of these are like really expensive. 2,000 gold. At that point I was like, alright, whatever, fuck it. We're just gonna finish it off. That could be like way easier to... There's a sewer rat, it's pretty hard to get. It would just be way easier to show the ones I don't have than the ones I do have. There's one of the crocodiles from the fishing daily. White kitten, this was... I think this is the one that's like really hard to get. This one I did get Alliance side from the vendor. Yeah, we just sort by not collected. I mean, this you're supposed to get this from Christmas, but I never got it? I don't know. This is Children's Week, this is... Okay, this one and this one are supposed to come from the Midsummer boss, but I never saw them once. Like, ever. This is another Children's Week, Children's Week, Children's Week, Children's... Yeah. So just one Christmas one that I don't have for some reason. 2 Midsummer ones, and then the rest are all Children's Week. They're like time gated. That's it. That's like every single pet that shows up. Then mounts. The reason why there's so many mounts is because the ones that are like faction specific, like Black Hawk Strider, it counts the Alliance counterpart. So this is like some random Draenei mount. So this technically counts as 2 mounts. So the number is like really inflated. But this is like Flex mount. Got the War Bear, of course. I like the Hippogriff. This is another one. That's so I guess there's 14 Urgent mounts. Hippogriff is cool. Azure Drake, this is really nice. Out of like, this is probably the best looking Drake model because it got like the extra stuff, it's got the armor, it's got the runes. Black Proto Drake, probably the best looking Proto Drake. I'm not really a fan of the Proto Drakes, I think they look stupid, but black one's pretty good. The 10-man ACC mount. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the 25-man one because Kinetic is just done with Wrath. Sked hung up the towel, which is fine. Blue Proto Drake. Huge Bronze Drake here, massive flex. Another Hippogriff. Best String. This is the only like mount I have that wasn't an original Wrath. You get this from like a year-long sub. It's interesting because this was like the only mount for a long time that you could use anywhere, literally anywhere. Like it worked as a ground mount as level 20, it worked as a slow flying and a fast flying mount. So when I was leveling alts, I would just have this mount on the hotbar at all times. That's the only one I would use. This is the VOA mount. I paid like 10 or 20,000 gold for this. Brewfest. Green Proto Drake. I got really lucky with this. This is from the egg for the oracles, I think. And it takes a week for the egg to hatch. And the first time, there's like 3 or 4 eggs that I opened were all pets that I didn't have. There were no duplicates. There's always something new that I needed. And then when I ran out of pets, just the next one I got was the Green Proto Drake. It was perfect. Like, great, I'm just done. Got this Horseman mount. This became just insanely easy to get. Last year. 25-man Proto Drake, Mechano Hog, Mim's Head. Just yesterday, Bloody in our guild paid 200k for us to do Yogg Zero just to get this mount. It'd be really hard to come across. Plagued Proto Drake. Yeah, I've got all the Ravenlord. I used to do this every single day with my friend. He really wanted the Ravenlord mount, and I would go with him because he couldn't do it by himself. And then, as like payment, we would do Magister's Terrace after for that mount. Red Dragonhawk. I really like the Dragonhawk. It's a very unique silhouette. It's pretty large. They're really hard to come by at the start. Like this was, I think, one of the coolest status symbols you could have. I almost got this before Old War came out, which is like a huge flex. I just needed, like if I farmed the Fishing Turtle, the Stratholme Death Charger, and got the 25-man next achievement mount, I would have had it. And getting this in phase 1 is extremely hard to do. That was like a huge flex to get that. I saw exactly one guy with this, and I have a ton of respect for him. Red Proto Drake. I don't even remember. Oh, this is from the dungeon achievements. There's that Death Charger. I got all these horses. Like if I had to rank them, white one, number 1, and then red, which is the PvP one, and then Rivendare is number 3. And then the rest kind of whatever. Rusted Proto Drake, pretty ugly. Sea Turtle, very cute. There's the other Dragonhawk. My mount macro, actually really sophisticated. I stole this from the Warrior Discord. This is what it used to be. And so, these are the flying mounts. And I added a few since, but it used to just be both Dragonhawks. If I was in a zone where I could fly, it would summon one of the 2 Dragonhawks at random. But if I wasn't, then it would summon one of the 7 skeleton horses at random. It was really fun. Just like a 1 in 7 chance to like customize the mount. I thought that was really cool. But now I just have it like this, where it's you know, the black warhorse on the ground and invincible when I'm flying. Pretty straightforward. A lot of mounts. The Tiger, of course. Huge flex mount. The White Hawk Strider, we did eventually get it. Twilight Drake. I was the first one in my guild to get this. I won the Raw in the first one, so that was cool. And I'm Hydravosaur. White Polar Bear. I was really lucky with this one. Apparently Silver from Antiquity still doesn't have this, which is like shocking to me. But she plays all the time, and she has like 1,000 characters. Like she has Timeless Protodrake and Ashes of Alar. She doesn't have the Polar Bear, which is crazy. But I think I literally got this on like day 3 of doing the dailies. Got the Heartbreaker. Okay, so ones I don't have. Ashes, of course. Blue Drake. This one's pretty random to get. I would really like to get it, but you just can't really farm for it. You have to randomly select it to go into Oculus. So the way to like quote-unquote farm for it would just be spamming RDF. And I guess just leaving if you don't get Oculus, which is toxic as fuck. These are the ones for Allah. You have to kill a bunch of Alliance, which obviously really hard to do. Didn't really care. The Kara one. I used to do Kara with the guy I was farming the other mounts with for a while. Icebound, Frostbrood, Vanquisher. I do plan on getting this. Nixie and Drake. I could have tried farming this. I mean, a Nixie isn't hard. I could have like put together my own 25 and 10 man runs. But when the gear is like not relevant, like when ICC comes out, I'm sure no one wants to do this unless they can roll on the mount. So I can't like reserve the mount. It just seemed like more effort than it was worth, and then time lost. Never really farmed for. Is that everything? Just about. Look at the stat page on my achievements. Largest hit dealt 1,356,000. Died from drowning twice. Wow. I really want to look at the achievements because I think a lot of these change with pre-patch. Apparently a lot of these become like feats of strength and the points go away by a lot. A lot of creatures killed. Gold acquired 453,000. Over 1,000 dungeons entered. 286,000 kills. Oh, like per tab. Most gold ever owned, 274. Hey, that's me right now. Consumes. Wow, the one I used the most was Heavy Netherweave Bandage. And Healing Injector is my most used healing pot. Sort of water walking, I guess that makes sense. Beverage consumed, Scourge Bane Draught. Food eaten, Dragonfin Fillet. 1,300 Hellstones. 46 factions at Exalted. And then 49 because of the PvP ones that I can't be asked to do. Total faction encountered 58. So yeah, 49 that I could potentially get Exalted with out of 58. Vanity Pets. Okay, so this one shows it without the duplicates. So mounts owned 136. So that's like the official number. Enchant rolls, man. I mean, they removed this, so it's not applicable. Combat, total damage. Oh my god. Largest heal count. When was this? Could I have healed like 8 million? Oh, 87 million? No. No idea what that could have been from. Because like damage, I can assume like Flame Leviathan maybe? But healing, like I have no idea. Total deaths 3,317. Yeah, I barely touched arena. Battlegrounds. A lot of my battleground stats are not there because I weren't tracking them in Classic. Only the honorable kills. Dungeons. What's a Deadly Lich King dungeon botch? Scotty. Yeah, that makes sense. Groups are really bad at doing that boss. I feel like a bad tank or a bad healer just happens. Only I died the most to Algalon? That surprises me. I thought it'd be Lich King for sure. From Hogger, not applicable. No stress by bodies, 7,491. God damn, 4,000 daily quests? Average quest complete per day, and over that time I've averaged 11.65 quests. What? Average daily 6. Jeez. Dungeons, I think that's a big category. Sessions, I mean, I've been basically NGJC since day one. Nothing really exciting here. Go 1017 Brick Squad. These are just emotes. Yeah, fuck that. PvP again. Yeah, whatever. A positive duel record, not by a lot, but dungeons and raids. Yeah, 5-man boss killed the mouse Black Knight, because I did this every single day. Or Horseman is my most killed 10-man boss. Okay, this being my most killed 25-man makes me think each one counts individually. It's really impossible that I killed 4 Horsemen 395 times. And Rivendare kills 147. And then the rest of these aren't really... Oh wow, it does have like all these 19 Onyxias. But only one Nefarian. I guess it wasn't super accurate at tracking. I don't really have any, obviously Icus has a bunch of kills for farming them out. Same with, Kael'thas, 100 kills. Nice round number there. And Wrath, probably some big boy numbers. 57 in DTK, what the fuck? Apparently I've never done normal Violet Hold or normal Gundrak. King Ymiron, 46. That's it's wild that some of these are just like way higher than the other because these should be like. So Grobulus kills on 10 players, 13, but 4 Horsemen 120. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, okay. Gothic, 18 kills, and then 4 horses, 395? What is up with this stat? What? I mean, Nax, whatever, who cares? Old War, yep, did a lot of Old War. 37 Kolos, shout out to Kolagarn. 36 Vezax, shout out Vezax. Fuck. I'm glad it has a tab for Trial of the Champion because killed Palatrus 34 times. Holy god. And Adric 39 times. Which means 73 Black Knight kills. So 73 times I got my ass in there to kill the Black Knight and get those Crusader seals. That's insane. And TOC stats doesn't Stupid. Lich King. Forge of Souls, 24. Okay, okay. 28 Marigars on Heroic. That's just on this character. I was gonna maybe look at like how many kills I have logged on Warcraft logs, but I gotta go. I'm supposed to be somewhere else right now. Yeah, a whole lot of kills here, huh? 28 weeks apparently. I missed 1 week because my pals were over. I didn't want to raid that week. Other than that, I've raided every single week. Yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. Whole lot of stuff done, you know? Huge gear. Huge. I can flex the parse, I guess. 99 average. Couldn't get council on Lich King. I did. For this Lich King kill, I think at the time Rage Boy had a 98, 99 from it. And I was beating Rage Boy for most of the fight. It's just near the end I got grabbed by a Valk. I don't remember when it is. It looks like it's at like the minute mark. Maybe it's here. The 5-minute mark. Maybe he did have me beat for most of the fight. Yeah, there's one where I could have gotten a 99, but I just got grabbed by Valks. It happens. The council, I don't know. I'm just not good at council. I would always accidentally tab and hit something else for one global. Maybe the kill times were fucked or bad RNG. I really don't know how many times we only got like one vortex. That's a huge part to that fight. You're all 99'd out. Wonder how many are need Death Whisper and Cindy in the new partition, but it doesn't matter. It's all gone. It's all gone. There we go. TOC, not bad. I did kind of ass during TOC. Like, our kill times just were not good. Like, I had no idea how far behind our kill times were until I was in, like, a real guild. Nice EC. Old War, oh, whoops. Old War, kind of beasted it in Old War. These hundreds are from phase 4 or whatever. Those don't count. If we go to phase 2. But my main in Old War is different, in my defense. So we go to Old War on this guy, whose logs are not great. We go to Old War, and they are good. We go to phase 2. Look at that. I was really proud of this at the time, because I'd never like parsed so well. Old War really changed me as a player. Showed me how to actually play the game. And Nax parsing was just so easy. So easy. Like, admittedly, the guild I was in when I was first playing Wrath was not great. But, like, I was just racking up 99s on everything. So even a guild like that, just soundly hitting 99s across the board. Yeah, I was a Arms Andy way back when. Yeah, there we go. I gotta go. Feels good basking in memory lane. Cataclysm out tomorrow. That was the game, you know, that was 2,000 hours, 2,000 plus hours of my life. And now we're on to bigger and brighter things like going outside.